There was another guy that had a bunch of people. One of the girls got out.
That's him.
There was another person though.
East Cleveland, a serial killer breeding ground.
Okay.
This Cleveland, yeah. So I mean,
I'm from West Cleveland, so
I mean, I think living in Cleveland might bring you.
It just breaks your brain.
The Browns. I think it's specifically the Browns
Yeah.
turn people into serial killers.
Yeah.
I'd be a serial killer if I root for them.
I would too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Of myself.
Okay.
How many people have you killed?
Personally?
Madeline, yes.
Well, you just Madeline.
I know it's like when your dad says your full name when you're in trouble. Enough.
Did you not specifically tell us to call you that? I feel like I remember you saying, "Do not call me Maddie."
No, I mean I go by Madeline, but you guys also have a
getting
nickname.
serious.
You have a nickname for me that I go by about 90% of the time on this podcast.
That's true.
I think Hank, when we were talking about macrodosing last week, I think Hank referred to you as like Mads.
Yeah, I like that. I'll go
Yeah.
with Mads.
Mads.
Yeah.
What's up, Arian? You're muted.
Always on mute.
Nah, I be shutting my whole computer off and it shuts the interface off. But I thought you wasn't going to be here. What happened?
I lied to you. Just keep you on your toes. No, I was supposed to leave. I was supposed to go down for a secret assignment. Secret assignment got moved back, so I'm here. So you have to deal with me. And you were all set to deal with Billy. I tasked Arian with managing William because Billy started to threaten in the group chat that he's just going to take over the episode.
Because already with the, hey, we need to start it out with, there was like a George Bush quote. Are you still doing that?
It was, it was, I didn't, at the time I was not in, I had known that PFT was going to be on the show when I suggested that. That was more of a general suggestion for the show. It's a funny sound clip.
It is a funny sound clip
that I thought would give a good ambiance to the outro.
Hey, I've got an idea. I'm going to trust you guys to bleep most of these words out so that nobody can tell what it is we're talking about.
Okay, hold on.
Okay? Yeah, make it timestamp for this because start the bleeping now.
Okay.
Some big news about the show. You can leave in the big news about the show part.
Okay.
Arian, do you want to do the honors and tell young Billy football?
We actually have George Bush booked for next week.
You're joking.
George W.
No, you're fucking kidding.
Just to talk about his art, though.
Are you serious?
Mm-hmm.
No, actually, I'm totally fucking with you. But
I was like, what?
I would slap him. I would slap him in the face.
I would throw a shoe at him.
No. You can't get him that way.
Yeah, no, he'll dodge it.
What is that in your hand?
Oh, this is the flashlight from the Stranger Things store. We went to the Stranger Things store. I took my kids, and this is a flashlight from the store.
It's badass.
It was pretty cool, actually. I have ADD, so I have to have a fidget. But I alluded it to you when I was drunk, allegedly. Maddie told me. But
Oh my god, this is awesome.
So yeah,
what turned into a 7-year-old girl?
I'm gonna cut everything. I'm gonna cut everything and start right there.
Billy's gonna cry. No, like keep some of this in. Have them like guess what we're talking about. Yeah. But like don't let him know what we're talking about. But Billy's Billy, are you crying? No, I'm not crying. Billy's eyes are watering.
Oh, he's crying. I felt him. Yeah, I've been there.
So that's
changes the game.
That's the
I
news.
understand.
I love secrets.
I'm not crying, dude.
Oh, Billy is crying.
I'm not crying.
It's beautiful.
Crying is for
what?
Broke boys.
Emotionally.
We actually had a bet. If Billy cried, he was going to get fired. So sorry, Billy.
Fuck.
Thank you guys.
You're welcome, Billy. But welcome back to Nanodosing. Good luck figuring out that mystery. Yeah. What could make Billy cry? Billy's weeping.
I didn't cry. I did too much smelling salts before this.
Yeah, exactly. You got too much testosterone.
Just was huffing. It's all reactive.
Yeah. But welcome back. It's Nanodosing. Today's Nanodosing is brought to you by Game Time. It's the exclusive ticketing partner of Barstool Sports. Game Time is a ticketing app. It makes it easier than ever to score last-minute deals on tickets to sports, concerts, and shows, and they guarantee the lowest price. They cracked the code on how to score deals on last-minute tickets. You can find MLB tickets for under $15 all in on Game Time. You got Yankees tickets as low as $14, Red Sox $14, Mets $13, Braves $14, Cubs $12. You name your team, Game Time has the hookup on deals for you to get to the ballpark. We love Game Time. We've been out to several games as a podcast. We went to Caps Rangers game, been to Mets games, Yankees games, some of us. Avery almost caught a foul ball at the Yankees game.
I forgot how mad that made me.
Yeah. That's actually a testimonial to how good the seats you can get with Game Time.
That's what I said, yeah. I just used Game Time. I'm going the next 4 days, Mets Braves.
Oh, yeah?
Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
That's great.
Sunday.
I love Will Smith. Root for him for me, okay?
Will Smith,
Yeah.
the guy who's no longer on the Braves.
Oh, no, they traded him?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I didn't know that. I'm sorry.
Why do you like Will Smith?
I think he's a great player.
Oh, well, he's on the Astros now.
Oh, wow, that's crazy. But yeah, use Game Time if you're going to go out. If you're an Astros fan, you want to go see Will Smith. I guess those are the only people that can go see him now.
Well, and that's the only guy you could see.
Well, he's the greatest. He's one of the best players in Major League Baseball, but now he's an Astro. So go check him out. Download the Game Time app. Go to the account tab to create a login and redeem code MACRO for $20 off your first purchase. Some terms apply. Download Game Time. Last minute tickets, lowest price, guaranteed. Promo code MACRO. Get $20 off your first purchase.
You could probably get some Nationals tickets pretty cheap now.
They probably pay you to go see the Nationals.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, that's my job now.
We should talk to Game Time so we can get that offer going.
Yeah, pay people to go see the Nationals. The trade deadline happened. I addressed it a little bit on part of my take yesterday. It's tough when a player that you think is going to be there until you're 50 years old gets traded, and we quite literally traded away a player that could be one of the all-time best players. Yeah. It sucks, but I understand why we had to do it. It's a new day. We beat the Mets last night.
With a lineup, I looked at the lineup before the game. I'd never heard of anyone in the lineup outside of I don't even remember who it was, but I mean they called up
everyone.
It was all AA players.
Yeah, it was. It's crazy. The Nationals are better without Juan Soto. That's what I'm telling myself right now.
Mets Twitter collapsed. It was awesome.
What was Frank like?
He was happy. Sure.
Yeah, he was happy because he was mad.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So on today's NANODOSE, we're going to get into our first What's the Beef or Where's the Beef segment.
What's the Beef? And Urinals.
What's the Beef segment and Urinals. Yes. Before we get into any of that, I do have one thing that's going on in the news I want to talk about. The Alex Jones trial. The defamation trial. Yeah. He's being sued by several Sandy Hook parents, and he is getting his asshole chewed up.
So you're probably following this much more closely than I am. I saw you retweet something. His lawyer sent the other lawyer like all the contents of his phone
by
on
mistake.
accident.
By mistake. It was just announced. So they've had this trial going on for a while now, and it hasn't been going well for Alex because he's a liar and because he's done some really, really reprehensible shit, and he's getting called out on it. And he was already losing. He was already going to get probably cleaned out, but they brought him up on the stand today to cross-examine him. And after he's been lying for a long time, and his defense has been lying for a long time, they revealed today that that Alex Jones's lawyer sent every file from Alex Jones's phone to them by mistake instead of to his own lawyers. So it's
so it was him that did it.
I don't know if it was Alex Jones's lawyers accidentally sent the entire contents of his phone to the opposition, which I'm not a lawyer. I want to preface it by saying that I feel like that's probably the worst mistake you could possibly make in this case.
Well, you can get that kind of stuff in discovery unless it was just by accident.
You know when you have like that moral conundrum where you have to be like a defense attorney for a terrible person and you know they did it. Maybe there's a little bit of a Freudian slip with some of these mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, that's a huge file. So I don't like. It's not like you're sending a quick text message, and it's like that's a lot of loading. That's a file drop.
Is that not information they would have gotten anyway?
They didn't have it. No, they definitely didn't have it anyway. Because Alex had lied to them and said, "I didn't send any emails. I don't use email. Somebody else sends emails. I don't have an InfoWars email address." So he was saying that you can look at the InfoWars email address, but I don't use email. So you're not going to find anything. Then they found all of his emails that he said that he didn't have. And he's like, oh, yeah, I guess that one must have been like verbally transcribed by my secretary and sent it. So there's a lot of incriminating stuff proving that he's been lying throughout this entire trial. And then his defense has been lying.
Real quick. My girl who's a teacher, she wanna say what's up real quick.
What's up?
Hi. I don't know where the camera is.
How's it going?
Hi.
Hello.
I can't hear anything.
Big T thinks you're teaching critical race theory to this.
That's not. Big T did not say that.
Every day.
I'm sure you're a fantastic teacher.
She can't hear you. So
I'm sure the children's lives are enriched for having you.
But you shouldn't be paid. You should.
And you
Again,
you'll be.
I
your
didn't
profession
say
should
that.
not
Yeah,
exist.
you'd be a wonderful homeschool teacher one day.
You'd be a wonderful homeschool teacher. All right, have a good day at work, babe. All right. Sorry about that. Go ahead, man.
No, she seems lovely.
She's amazing.
But yeah, so Alex is in deep shit. To paraphrase Alex Jones himself, the opposition attorneys now have all the documents right here. I've been going through all the documents. Take a big look at these. We got emergency transmission. Turns out Alex Jones full of shit. And then he's starting to pretend that he's got a cough now too. That's his other. That's his big out. He's like a child when you catch a child lying sometimes, and then they just like cry about something that they say hurts that doesn't actually hurt, just to like deflect against it. He's saying that he's got like a impacted molar. He's saying that he has a cough. He forgets everything. So Alex Jones is fucked. Probably for the best for humanity. Again, Alex should have just stuck with doing his old like reptilian shit, all the like crazy things that don't really hurt anybody. But then he's been like sending people after the parents of dead children, which is just, it's terrible.
Did you see that?
All this shit is going on like right now.
Yeah.
Did you see two of the parents had to go into like protection program?
Yeah. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine like losing what would that be? Like a 5-year-old or a 6-year-old child? And then after that, people for the next 10 years hunting you down, saying that your kid didn't exist, that like the school didn't exist.
I'm giving every one of them motherfuckers my address and saying pull up, and I'm going to jail. Going straight to jail.
I feel bad
could not imagine, bro. Oh
yeah.
my
So
God.
Alex Jones is he's absolutely fucked, and for a good reason.
Can he go?
So he just admitted that Sandy Hook was 100% real. That's what in court. Conspiracy theorist Alex Jones conceded at trial that he now believes the Sandy Hook Elementary Massacre was 100% real.
Yeah, and he said that he stopped saying that it was a false flag in like 2017, something like that, and then they found through these emails that that's not the case. Like
also, like Sandy Hook happened in 2012.
Yeah.
Like you still said that for 5 years.
Yeah, you said it for 5 years, exactly, when you knew better. So he's going to get in some deep shit. I'm really enjoying watching this. He said when the lawyer revealed that they had all of his emails and all of his texts and everything, the lawyer was like grilling him on this, and Alex goes, well, I guess this is your Perry Mason moment. So he's like, Alex is on the stand being impressed by the skill of the opposition lawyer.
Did you see that also in the texts and emails? Some days in 2018, InfoWars was making $800,000 a day.
Mm-hmm. I did see that.
On what, like supplements?
Yeah, supplements are a big part of their business model. Supplements that don't work, and then there's also, that was during the RNC that he was making $800,000 a day. So at the RNC,
well, this says 18.
2018. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they have a convention then, don't they?
No, it's presidential years.
I looked at their. Sorry.
I think he said it was during the RNC.
I mean, I'm sure he
They
was
sell a lot of
also,
merch.
I'm
They
sure
move-
he was also making that much then.
When they do live shows and like live activation, I'm talking about it like he's, I don't know, like he's a touring band. But when they do live shows, he sells a lot of merch.
Oh, CPAC. That's when it was.
Okay.
So like, yeah, you're right. So it's not like the shit they can get in Discovery. They can get things in Discovery, but he was hiding shit from them, and he sent all of his text messages for like years to the lawyers. And he goes, 12 days ago, your attorneys messed up and sent me a digital copy of every text. Do you know what perjury is? He said on the stand. Holy shit.
I have a feeling that the contents of Alex Jones's phone are going to lead to a lot more rabbit holes that we're going to go down. So.
Yep.
Damn. This is like some Hillary email shit, like for real.
His merch is fire, though. Have you ever been on his website?
Yeah.
It's sick.
I did on...
Okay, for real quick, before we move on from merch, some of the most fire merch I've ever came across, fam, it was recent, Whataburger.
Oh, yeah?
Whataburger's merch is elite. I'll put it up there with any merch in
we should
America.
do like a
Other than
macrodosing.
ours.
thing.
We should do a macrodosing Whataburger collab.
I'm an honest cat. We got good merch. Whataburgers. Merch is insane. Just look at it. Go to Whataburger.com. Go to their merch. It's fucking though. They got sandals. They sweats is pop. Like it's crazy.
What are your thoughts on the food at Whataburger?
I think it's a very good burger. It's very solid.
Yeah,
I like it. Yeah. Their honey butter chicken biscuit is elite. Elite breakfast food. You know what we should do? We should make macrodosing Whataburger shirts using like the Whataburger font and then the W upside down into the M.
That'd be sick.
Ooh, they have great cups. I see those.
Or we just have a line of all fast food, but with our shit on it.
Oh,
so
McDonald's.
Like but the McDonald's, all that shit. Yeah.
Oh, these hats are kind of sick.
I'm telling you, bro.
Yeah, he was right.
So I just have to admit this and get this out there. In the InfoWars liquidity bankrupt sale, I bought a bunch of stuff. the super male vitality stuff, because it was all overpriced before, but I'd be willing to try a lot of his supplements now. Just getting that out there. They have not arrived yet, but they took my money. So I'm sorry.
I bought some of their the natural male enhancement formula.
Super male and vitality.
Yeah, I bought some like probably 10 years ago, and I did a review for it. I'm trying to look it up right now, and it didn't work. That's a surprise. I'm no more vital a male as I was before I took it.
I think InfoWars supplement sales would be a good economic indicator. Like when people are buying InfoWars supplements, the economy's doing well.
Oh, can we?
But once those drop off, we're in trouble.
Can I start designing supplements?
Sure.
Because I have some really good ideas.
No, I don't want to be a part of that shit.
Okay.
Just sell it as Billy's list.
Yeah. Billy's list. Macrodosing. I'll get them. I'll get them. They'll all get jacked. So.
I don't want to be liable for that bullshit.
I honestly, the Joe Biden is a loser shirt. That's pretty cool.
I think that's a bipartisan thing.
Yeah,
honestly.
It should be.
This one's my favorite.
The president emoji shirt. History of U.S. presidents. They had so Joe Biden is the clown. Donald Trump has the cool sunglasses. Obama has the shit emoji. And then before that, wait,
Alex Jones?
Yeah, he talked about how George Bush was an integral part of 9/11, and they just gave him a normal emoji. Like we're not.
He's a grifter, man.
Yeah,
he knows he knows what the fan base.
Go back, Avery.
Wait, who do they put? What?
Go.
Oh, that's actually
back to the shirts. That POTUS is not bad.
Oh, TU is crossed out, so it just says POS, and it's Joe Biden.
How much is that?
I don't think Joe Biden's a piece of shit. Well,
$10. That's a deal.
It's a deal. He's kind of a piece of shit, but he's also like, I think he's just incompetent more than really anything else.
Yeah, his prices are pretty good.
What 80-year-old human wants to lead a country? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. They're propped up.
Yeah, go weirdo shit. Go play golf and like go to your grandkids' soccer games.
Yeah, like bro, like
now
80, dog.
The one I'm concerned about is there's a shirt that says "Come and Take It." So it's like the old Texas logo that had the cannon on it. It symbolized a cannon that was trying to be stolen. I forget by what army, but it's used all over Texas. They have one that says "Come and Take It," but it's a syringe. So it's like they're talking about the vaccine, but they're saying that like you'll pry my vaccine from my hands, from my cold dead hands. So it's kind of like sending the wrong message there.
Yeah,
they really flipped themselves out on that one. Christmas lights are a lot like Epstein. They don't hang themselves on this shirt. So true.
Spreading joy this holiday season.
Yeah. Then they got Epstein with Christmas lights wrapped around his neck.
We still don't. I mean, it's crazy that we still don't know what the hell is happening with that.
You have to join the waiting list for this one. Yeah, it's a high
everything's
hot
on
commodity.
The waiting list. They're selling Super Male Vitality by like 6-packs. And I think...
I was just speaking of piece of shit people on the internet. Have you seen that Netflix documentary, The Most Hated Man on the Internet?
No, we got to watch that one, though. I've heard it's good.
Bruh, it's crazy. I had never heard of this shit.
It's the revenge porn guy, right?
Yeah, so he started a website about the revenge porn shit.
Oh, yeah.
And it wasn't necessarily revenge porn. It's just a dude hacking females' phones and taking naked pictures and putting them on his website. And like, he's just like unremorseful. Like, dude is a real piece of shit. And I ain't gonna give away what happened to him, but Man,
That's not revenge porn. You're right. Like revenge porn's bad, but what he did, he just stole nudes from people.
He just stole nudes from people.
That's
He's
like
a bad human being.
You remember when the fappening happened, where it was like all the female celebrities and all their nudes got hacked all at once on Reddit?
I was like very indifferent about it. I was like, that sucks, but it's whatever. But then I heard one of them talk, and they was like, you're raping me. I did not give you consent to look at my body. And I was like, I can understand that, how that could be hurtful and harmful, bro. Like, so I just never looked at it.
I think if I was 12 or 13 when it happened, I wouldn't have that perspective, and I definitely would have looked at it. Like,
and I don't begrudge a young cat necessarily. It's still fucked up, but it's just like you only know what you know. You know, it's like hindsight is 20/20.
So,
but I definitely looked at the Kim Kardashian video for sure.
But we now know that she wanted that out there.
100%.
So
she did.
Don't feel.
I mean, in fairness, unbelievable business decision by her. Yeah. Arguably one of the best business decisions in the history of this country.
Yeah, I'd say not selling.
Built a $1 billion empire.
Not selling Netflix to Blockbuster for what, $10 million? That's a pretty good decision. And then
stupid.
And then Kim Kardashian getting reeled up by Ray J.
Oh, who was it that bought Apple stock back when it was like dollars?
Forrest Gump.
That's true.
Lugal. Do you remember Hot Tub Time Machine?
Yeah.
Lugal.
All right. So anything else we want to get into? Or we just want to talk about urinals?
Pup Punk this
weekend.
weekend.
I don't have that much to say. Go ahead.
Good point, Mad Dog. Pup Punk this weekend.
Woohoo! I'm going to be there.
Gramercy Theater here in New York City. If you're local, come see the band play. So it's my band that I have with Roan, with Frankie, with Robbie, and with Nick Hamilton. And so we're mostly a cover band. We play songs that people know the words to for the most part. We do some medleys. It's just a fun time. We do some originals too, but it's always like people in the crowd just go fucking nuts.
What do y'all call it?
Pup Punk.
It's so
How you
fun.
spell it?
PUPPUNK. So we played last weekend down in Atlantic City. That was a great time. All the guys from Hard Factor came out there. They're some of my best friends from going back to like 2nd, 3rd, 4th grade. They came out there. Hard Factor Will got on stage and sang Beast of Burden, danced around like Mick Jagger.
I thought I saw that.
Yeah, it was a good time. So we're going to be running back this weekend at Gramercy Theater. Come out, tickets on sale now, and we expect a lot of people here from the office are going to go out. I think so. Lisa sent out an email this morning to everybody here at the company saying, if you want tickets, if you want to get on the guest list, please reply to this email. And we had the entire guest list filled up within a minute.
Oh, I missed it?
Yeah, you missed it.
Yeah, you missed it.
I actually can't go now?
No, you can buy discounted tickets.
Okay.
Cap. It's just to create demand. There's still tickets, Bill.
It's not sold out yet. That's why we're telling you to go.
But we're talking about the guest list. It's not sold out yet as of now.
The bar's still guest list.
There's no guest. I'm calling Cap. There's no guest.
Billy,
It's just to create demand.
No, it's true. It's
I'll be there.
It's legit.
I hope it sells out, man. Performing is one of the funnest things I've ever done.
It is cool.
It's nerve-wracking. It's nerve-wracking as shit, though.
You get those good nerves before you go on stage.
Yeah, like the butterflies that be in your chest. This shit's wild.
Yeah, Billy, can you sing anything?
I can not well.
Okay, what can you sing?
Bruce Springsteen.
What song?
Born to Run.
Oh, that's a good one.
I mean, that could be good.
I've been singing Taylor Swift all around the office.
I can sing Life is a Highway. I can sing Metallica, but that's more of screaming.
Yeah. Give us a couple bars of Born to Run.
But it's like kind of memey. I'm sort of just mimicking Bruce Springsteen. In the days we spent. I gotta review the words first, though.
Okay.
I need the words in karaoke style in front of my.
You're right there.
Because I know, but I could just text the group and be like, "Hey, let's do 2 verses of Born to Run with Billy Football."
I'm just saying that I would totally have stage fright. I'm a decent public speaker in school, but I absolutely froze up when I had to do a play.
Mm-hmm.
Midsummer Night's Dream.
Baby, we were born to run.
All right, Billy, I just brought up the lyrics. You ready? They're going to come. You got to do it.
Oh, my. Okay, I can karaoke it.
Yeah.
Okay. We should do an episode.
Look at you.
Nanodosing should just be a karaoke show.
It's starting.
Hard pass.
It's not doing the... Oh, wait, put it back for a second. I thought
you want
the
karaoke version.
I thought I was going to karaoke. No, it's cool. We don't have to do this right now.
No, we do. We very much do.
Can we leave this on YouTube if we do that?
Yeah, if it's karaoke,
Yeah,
I think
it's
that's fine.
karaoke.
Do you want me to sing with you or just you?
No, I got it.
I'm assuming y'all can hear it in your headphones.
Yeah.
In the day we sweated out on the streets of a runaway American dream. At nights we ride through mansions of glory in suicide machines. Sprung from cages out on Highway 9, chrome wheel, fuel injecting out, stepping out over the line. Oh, baby, this time it's phones off your back. It's a death trap. It's a suicide rap. You gotta get out while we're young. 'Cause tramps like us, baby, we were born to run.
I love it.
I didn't want to. Usually I yell a little more. It sounds better.
So Billy, Saturday, Gramercy Theater, you on stage.
No, dude, I'll piss my pants.
That's gonna sell tickets. Like, come see Billy piss his pants trying to sing. You sounded good.
Like
That was better than I expected.
Roan will sing backup with you. He'll sing it right along with you. Frankie will sing it too.
So will PFT.
Yeah. And the crowd.
I've
the beautiful
never-
thing is the crowd will be singing with you too.
I'll be singing. All the Barstool people will be singing.
Mad Dog, can you sing? Are you a good singer?
No, I can't sing.
Okay. No. It's shocking here at this company. We have so many women that work here, and in this might be just me.
You think
being
women can
stereotypical,
sing?
But women can sing by and large. Like
They
on
can't
average,
sing and
better
they
than guys
can't
can.
cook. What the hell's wrong with women?
No, I can't sing. I've been singing Taylor Swift all day today because it's a TikTok trending
That's a
sound
joke.
right now. But
What song?
Cardigan. Oh, so good. But no, I can't sing for shit. Unfortunately. I will be singing along with you guys in support and having the time of my life, but not on a microphone.
Okay, so come out Gramercy Theater Saturday night. It's gonna be great.
Yep.
Fantastic time.
Ticket link is on our Twitter.
Yep.
Actually.
Check it out. So let's talk urinals now. We're gonna rank urinals.
Come on, guys. Let's talk them.
So on Monday's show, I guess it came out Tuesday. On Tuesday's show, we talked a lot about, or we hinted at that we would have a larger conversation about urinals. There are some really fantastic ones out there. Arian has one in his house right now.
What's getting built? It's on the way.
It's impending urinal. And let's just go around the room, share our favorite urinals. Let's come up with a top 5 list of urinals. Number 1 for me is ice. Ice in the urinal.
I thought we were going to do exact specifics, and I agree with you, but I like ice, but the ice is right at your feet, and it's a deep urinal, like the ones in McSorley's.
That was my number one, is ones that go to the floor.
Yeah,
Okay.
McSorley ones.
Okay, so ice at the bottom.
Yes, and it's got to be old, like almost looks like a bathtub on its side.
Yep.
I want to see a deep. That's like the Taj Mahal.
I like having the whole wall.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is it me or I feel like the ice looks trashy? I'd rather the pad.
It's
just
fun
the
though.
pad.
But
It's
you
so
get-
fun.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
it is.
fun
It
pissing
is
on it.
trashy, but
It looks bad though.
it's trashy, but in like the best way.
Okay.
In my opinion.
I get a little bit of that same rush when I make my iced green teas. So we have the K-cup green tea. So I take a cup, I put it in the ice machine, get a bunch of ice, and I put it under the Keurig, and I see the little green tea come and melt the ice in like one, and then I like move it a little and like make like different designs in the ice. And that's the same rush I get when I'm peeing into ice.
All right.
Okay, so I always thought the ice was just people being lazy and pouring their drinks in it. I didn't know they did it on purpose.
The cold, I think, doesn't let it smell.
Yeah, it
It's
helps.
bad.
It helps with the
Interesting.
smell. It's also cool to see the ice melt as your piss is hit. It feels like you've accomplished something.
Oh, also it's all the old ice from the night before.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that's when they're emptying out the drink ice.
that's good. Waste not, want not.
Yeah.
How long does it last? Though? It can't be last longer than 20 minutes?
No. It's like a cooler.
It'll last for a while.
Also sort of keeps the temperature in the bathroom a little lower. So if it's like hot in the bar, you go in, ice.
Billy Frankie says, "Hell yeah! All right, I'm down for you to sing Born to Run."
Dude, how did I go?
You
Can
got to
I-
do it, Bill.
Can I get a karaoke like so for the timing?
I mean, we're gonna play the song it's gonna be the song in the background, but it's gonna be live
But
music.
oh Jesus. this is like my palms are sweating.
You're in New York. Everyone's gonna sing it along. You got to do it.
You can hold up a phone with the lyrics.
Yes.
Arms are heavy.
Now I'm gonna be
Mom's
trying to
spaghetti,
memorize
nervous.
because like Bruce
On the
Springsteen's
surface,
songs
he looks calm and ready.
drop bombs, but he keeps on forgetting what he wrote down. The whole crowd goes so okay.
Shit, maybe he needs to do this.
We should have karaoke Wednesday. One song every Wednesday. New segment on the show.
Wednesday vibes.
Yeah,
I like that. Car stool karaoke.
Yeah.
Barstool. It's a cute name.
Yeah, but the thing is, Bruce Springsteen's like you don't know what the words actually are. Sometimes
hold them up. Hold your phone up.
What? How did I get myself? Okay.
Billy's
I'll do it.
entire
No,
life.
I'm in.
Billy's entire life is him saying to myself, "How did I get myself? Oh, Bill, how'd you get wound up in this situation?"
That sounds like Bill Clinton.
All right, so ice. I like ice. Arian, what's your favorite urinal accessory or urinal style?
Just the regular one, man. I guess, and then it has the pad in it that's scented.
Mm-hmm.
I love that shit because like it hits and you can smell like lavender and shit.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
It's nice. It's like you're spraying perfume out of your penis.
Yes, I love it. Some of us are.
That'd be nice. Billy and I experienced a great urinal on our trip across the country in Arizona, in Winslow, Arizona.
Yeah,
that's where it was. We stopped at this burger joint, and in the urinal they had a little goal and a tiny little soccer ball.
I was gonna say you don't find those often, but when you do, what a magical experience.
Golazo!
Yeah, you feel great when you do it.
Sometimes there's goalposts.
Yep.
You know the game when you go to the carnival when you have the hose and you try to hit it into the dot? They need that in every urinal and something rises to the top. It should be like a competition.
I think that they do have those. I'm trying to remember. I had a friend, somebody told me that they did one that had like a horse race on it. That's sick. So you could all start at the same time and see whose horse got moved by your piss fastest.
I know there's some company now that has like a screen on top of the urinal and you can play like games with your piss.
It's got to be a fast game though.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly like how it is, but I think one of them was like a skiing, like you're skiing, but it like tracks the movement of your stream and like that's how you ski. It's insane.
It should just be like 25 cents if you want to play. That's how the bar makes money.
Oh, that would
genius.
Yeah, if you could make a pee game.
Yes.
Is that
got an Apple Pay it though? Who's walking around with like quarters?
I know. That's what I was just thinking now. Like you got to be able to like tap your phone and it's like.
Well, the thing is, you're gonna get into that. What's that? Someone had a bit about it, but like when a guy's coming to kill you while you're peeing, and then like you have to decide whether to stop peeing and run, or was it the guy was having sex and a guy was about to kill him and he had to.
I have that thought. I've never heard that bit, but I've had that thought so much. Like if you just going down, you handling business, and I'm like, yo, what if somebody breaks in right now? Like I gotta stop this. Like I gotta get up. I don't know if I can.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. Like it's just I gotta stop a robbery with a shitty ass. I don't know if I could do it, man.
Yeah. So like when you're about like let's say you really have to pee and you're in there, you've been waiting for a long time, you're like, oh, I gotta pee, and it's like, are you gonna whip your phone out, pay for it, and then start peeing to play the game? Like that's I think the barrier.
So I found the company I was talking about. So their machines have several games. Penalty shootout, users hit urinal targets to score a goal, and soccer penalty kicks. We the People, images of various political figures show up like Donald Trump, Hillary Clinton, and Steve Bannon with your stream directing tomatoes at them. Bustin' tanks, users control a tank and fire ammo in World War II.
Oh,
I mean, this is the coolest shit I've ever heard of.
Fuck.
100 milliliter dash, hit the targets to run a 100-meter dash.
These are great names.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Penalty shootout is a good one.
I would love to try one of these.
I like the trough too. The trough isn't necessarily bad.
Trough has a time and place.
The sound it makes when it hits the trough.
Yeah, it's not for the faint of heart. If you have stage fright. No, I don't think
I like the trough.
It's not at a concert or a big sporting event. I don't want a trough at like an NBA game or a hockey game. But if it's like a football game,
college football trough.
Yeah, college football game trough. I can deal with that.
Yep.
NASCAR.
Because it's just too. I don't know, man. It's too close. I don't know.
So the very worst urinal I've ever been to was at a Poison concert at Nissan Pavilion in Northern Virginia. And it was a trough. It was a trough adjacent thing, except instead of having the trough that's a straight line, they had a bowl, like a giant fucking bowl in the middle of the room.
Oh, I think you told us about this one time.
You have to face each other?
And you face each other and you just pee into the bowl. So it's just like dicks. And they're all.
You got to look at each other too. Eye contact and shit.
You have like, there's nowhere to look. You can't like turn your head around.
Look down.
How is that legal?
No, you can't look down. It's just dicks everywhere into this thing.
That's not okay.
It was the worst experience of my life.
The one issue with the trough is that it's communal, like big thing. People throw up in it. It becomes bad.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Oh, people fall into it.
Yeah.
That's the worst.
I've never seen that, but that's bad.
Like drunk people are like leaning and then they lean forward and then they get tripped up and then they're just in the trough. I've seen people in the trough. I've seen people pee on a passed out person in a trough.
How is that bowl thing real? I can't get over that.
What?
Oh, dude, the trough, like troughs are.
It's also a big part of my pessimism for humanity, like public restrooms. Like the day like that shit isn't a thing anymore, I have a little bit more optimism about humanity. But it's like people just go in there and just wipe shit on the walls, literally. Pee all over the floor. It's like, bro, what the fuck? Like, what is wrong with you? It's just, I don't have no faith in humanity.
Yeah. The trough it's good for, like Big T said, a college football game, a NASCAR game, or if there's like a giant outdoor concert festival. Those are the three occasions where I think a trough is appropriate. Besides that, no, just give me a toilet. You guys can make a clip of this because I've never told this story before. But my best urinal experience of all time. And yeah, I think most guys have them ranked in their heads. Number one, by far for me, was at the Sirius XM studio here in New York City. This is back in 2015. I think it was 2015. I was recording my very first podcast. I didn't even know I wanted to be a podcaster. But my friend Eric Stengel and his brother Justin invited me up to New York to record a podcast for Opie Radio, which is the radio show or the podcast that they worked on at the time. So I was recording my podcast in the studio. I've got like Howard Stern literally walking past me as I'm just like yelling the stupidest shit ever into a mic. It's a little bit intimidating because I've never done it before. And it goes pretty good. We interviewed Danny Woodhead, enjoyed it. And then I walked out of the studio and went to the bathroom there. And so I walk into the bathroom. There's a person going in there at the same time as me. Who could it be but Ed Sheeran? So Ed Sheeran's walking. I didn't know who he was because, I don't know, for whatever reason, I wasn't an Ed Sheeran fan back then. We go up to the urinal. I start peeing luxuriously, like full speed, like a fire hose, just draining that shit. Ed Sheeran can't pee. He couldn't piss next to me. He was trying his very hardest. It was sad. But I'm just peeing my brains out. And little Ed, who, yes, is shorter than me by quite a bit, he can't pee at all. Don't say, Arian.
He couldn't play his fiddle in an Irish band?
Yeah. So I'm taking a leak. He can't pee, and I lap him. So I finish peeing. He still hasn't started. I go out, and he starts to do the thing. Like I'm pretty sure he like spat into the urinal. Some guys do that to like get themselves going. I don't know. It's like you hear the sound of the liquid hearing the urinal, and they think maybe the guy next to me thinks that's piss. So I leave. He couldn't pee at all. So I dominated Ed Sheeran at the urinal. It's the first time I ever told that story.
I'm excited for you, man.
Thanks. It's good to get that off my chest. It's been weighing me down for a while.
We need the soundboard. Where's the soundboard? Round of applause would be perfect like that.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Ed Sheeran.
Oh. Wasted.
L plus Ed Sheeran.
Yeah. I ratioed Ed Sheeran with my piss.
You did. Yeah. Your piss ratioed Ed Sheeran's piss.
Pissing contests were super fun when you were just younger.
You guys are opening my eyes to a lot of things.
No, because like before, like when you're
what
just
is a pissing contest? I thought that was a metaphor.
No, literally, you never lined up with your boys and see who could piss the farthest when you're like 5.
I did not.
Well, you missed out.
I think I did all right.
Arian, next time you come to New York, Billy's gonna be like, "Come here."
Pissing contest. Me and you.
No, that's why I say when you're younger, like when you're like at like like camp.
And you don't have the stream that you have now.
What?
The problem with the pissing contest.
You get a wait.
Is it you did who's longer or farther?
No, farther. It's not about your penis. It's about the stream of the piss.
No,
I meant longer. Who peed longer?
who peed
I hope he wasn't 5-year-old measuring how big it was.
No, it's about distance, I think.
It's all about distance.
It's like throwing the football off of Mount Everest. It's the same concept.
It's like, yeah.
I think.
You got to aim up a little bit to get the furthest distance.
Arch.
There's literally a metaphor. It's like, you guys are having a pissing contest. I didn't know that y'all actually did it. That's wild.
There's a big story in Matthew McConaughey's book that he wrote about pissing contests that he used to have against his dad. And they used to see who could piss farther up the wall. I think McConaughey's dad like went up 8 feet in the air with his stream. Pretty impressive.
That's pretty. That's
those Kegel muscles.
Yeah. Kegel muscles. I'm gonna make everybody do Kegels on the show. We're gonna do a jazzercise class.
Wait, do boys have Kegel muscles?
Yeah.
What is a Kegel?
So what stopped like the P muscles?
Flexing your prostate.
I thought you couldn't stop your I thought when guys started you couldn't stop.
No, you can stop.
You can stop, but it's
not
hard. It's
never
inconvenient. Yeah.
Never goes well. It's usually when a cop's like, "Hey, what are you doing in that corner?" And you're like, "Oh shit."
How many times have you been arrested for peeing in public?
That's what I'm saying. Like, what? But he said it's usually when a cop goes, "Hey, that's when we stop."
Well, okay, not arrested, but ticketed.
I've never, honestly,
How many warnings?
I've never been arrested. I've never gotten a violation ticket. I've only gotten a speeding ticket.
No moving violations. You did get off that one speeding ticket because you were listening to music instead of podcasts.
And got me here.
Yep, sure did. Okay, good urinal talk. Any other urinals?
Straight and dry. I'll send you guys a picture of mine when it's installed.
The urinals, I hate the small urinals that more look like almost like a sink. Because those have the worst bounce back.
Yeah, the spray.
Yeah. I like all the urinals with
pads.
With the bug.
The pads stop all the ricochet.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I like the B on those certain brand urinals because if you hit that, there's no bounce back. It's a perfect angle.
What about the urinals that have a picture of someone's face on it that you don't like?
I actually have. I don't think I've seen one of those.
They have
We used to have
we
Goodell.
had him here.
Yeah, we used to have Goodell in here.
Oh, on the pad. Yeah. No, I thought you meant on the urinal. I feel like this is very uninclusive conversation for Mad Dog.
That's true. Well, she's learning a lot.
Shop.
I almost teared up when you guys were talking about the people falling into the troughs.
The bowl is insane.
The
bowl
bowl,
sucks.
the bowl sounds like sexual harassment.
It's
The
the
bowl looks-
worst idea ever.
It's eye contact
Horrible.
with just a bunch of dicks.
It doesn't even. I don't think it works in terms of logistics. Like, can you get more people peeing at a bowl or at a trough? I guess you have 360 degrees.
How big is the bowl?
It was
though?
massive. I would say. I mean, it's been a very long time. I was
There's
probably
certain
17 at the
venues.
time. I feel like the bowl was about as big as this circle is of us around the room.
Oh, that's a big bowl.
Yeah, but there were,
Yeah.
I think
That's not
maybe
as
20,
bad.
20 or 30 people peeing in it at
That's so
once.
many.
I could see it working at certain venues.
Was it metal?
I
Or was
think
it porcelain?
I think it had tiles in it.
I don't think you'd buy that.
Question for the group on that type of communal pissing area. Like, is there a lot of like reverbing of piss? Like, do you get piss on you a lot?
Yeah.
If it's
Sometimes.
It happens.
if it's like a urinal or a trough where you're peeing against
Like
the
a
wall,
trough, let's call it.
yeah, you can get some bounce back, some
Yeah.
back spray from that.
You don't know how many dudes are walking around with piss on their
I
pants.
figure a lot because
Yeah.
you guys are.
I'd
gross.
say like if it's a football game, you're talking 60%.
No, more than that.
60%
Anyone who takes
piss
a
gets
piss.
back on.
Listen. I'll ruin your day. The urinals here not great for splashback.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
There's
Yeah, it's true. I have piss on me right now. No, I don't. I actually used the toilet today because I went into that separate bathroom. It was right around the
Wait,
corner.
so you're saying like at work you go in and it comes back at you?
and
sometimes.
it's just
Some
a
spray.
light spray.
It's a mist.
and
Yeah.
you can actually see it if you look closely, but then it goes away after about 5 minutes.
You ever been on a patio during the summer and they have one of those cooling fans set up? It's kind of what your pants deal with from time to time, but just briefly. Yeah.
That's why I don't wear light colored.
I was gonna say I have a
Pants
pair
here.
of khaki shorts that's like almost white, like they're really light, and I can't wear those.
You're lying.
No, I
Why don't
swear.
you just go pee like PFT, like in the toilet and stuff?
That's
because-
too. It's
Yeah, there's only 2 toilets in each bathroom, And that one bathroom is like the isolated one where it's just a toilet and a shower. So that's
like the wet wheel one?
Yeah, it's set up a little bit different. So that one's easier to go in, go out, not get piss on yourself. But if you're going to a urinal, I'd say every man that goes to a urinal will get piss on them.
Well, no,
it's not a lot.
You know who doesn't? And
is it because your stream is so
no,
strong?
do you remember
just because it hits the thing and it sprays.
Do you remember the kids in like high school who used to pull their pants down to their knees and piss at the urinal?
Not in high school.
I saw
high school.
I saw
end in elementary.
There was one kid in high school who did that. And
like his butt was out?
Yeah. In lifting up their shirt. Too.
What? Why do you have to lift up your shirt?
And I was like,
he had to be trolling.
He wasn't. And one day, talking
about, was he,
no,
was he cognitively like the rest of the, because that is excusable.
He went to an Ivy League school.
Then
he's just smarter than everyone else. I actually don't hate the move.
But the reason he did it was because, I think he was a very clean freak too. He was like, I don't have any piss on me when I walk out.
Well, doesn't he just have piss on his skin?
That's an alpha.
That's true. Yeah. No, that's a good point. Because I was about to agree with Billy and be like, that's genius. And then it's like, no,
he just piss on his physical person now.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Big Cat and I did that one time to Matthew Berry at ESPN. We made a commercial for Barstool Van Talk, and the premise of the commercial was Matthew Berry walks in, we're talking at the urinal, and he's peeing, and then it zooms out, and me and Big Cat have our pants down around our ankles, and Matthew Berry's peeing like a normal person. So our asses were out there in the commercial.
For ESPN?
For ESPN. It was funny. Like, it's a funny thing to see, like a dude with his pants all the way down. But in high school, you should probably not be doing that anymore.
Because you kind of just like whip it out and put it back in, right?
Yeah. Yeah. That's basically
Do you guys ever forget what type of underwear you're wearing? If it, like, what kind of opening it has?
Sometimes. And you try to find the barn door.
And you're like, wait, where's the barn door? Where's the
barn
door?
You gotta go over the top.
And it's like, oh no.
Wait.
Yeah.
Emergency.
Like over the waistband?
Over the waistband of the underwear if it doesn't have a barn door on it.
Jeez Louise.
Yeah, jeez Louise. That's what I say. I go in there and I'm like, where's my dick? Jeez Louise. It's all the way down here. So that's urinal talk.
My hands are all clammy now thinking about that.
Yeah.
Girls are so much cleaner.
So
and you don't wipe. Yeah, you have pee all over you all the time.
Yeah.
It's sterile. It is sterile.
But it's pee.
You know how you prevent trench foot in World War I? You pee on your feet.
Yeah, if I had a jellyfish sting on my belly, then I could get rid of it very easily.
Yeah, exactly.
You pee on your wounds to disinfect them sometimes if it's your last resort.
Okay, let's figure out how to do what's the beef here because we have the Discord pulled up.
I've been riling up what's the beef.
Good. Yeah, Billy's been poking him with a stick.
Yeah.
Literally. So you know when you got the bulls and they're in the gate before the rodeo and they're tasering them and you're cinching them.
Billy is sending pictures of bulls in the What's the Beef Discord.
Yeah, I'm trying to get these people riled. We got to get these bulls bucking.
Is there anybody with actual beef that wants to argue?
Of people.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the Beef is going to be brought to you by our great friends over at Sport Clips. Sport Clips just developed a brand new super relaxing signature scent on their perfectly steamed hot towel. Just when you thought that the haircut experience at Sport Clips could not get any better, boom, they put a scent on the towel. It's now, I'm going to say 100% more relaxing. It's twice as relaxing as it was before. The scent has been formulated specifically to bring the relaxation of the MVP haircut experience up to another level. Make sure when you go in that you ask your stylist for the MVP experience. Not only will you get to try the new scent, but you'll also get the 7-point massaging shampoo too. Smell like an MVP. Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair. Okay, this is the very first What's the Beef segment. We found it in the Macrodosing Discord. This is AS1205. Mm-hmm. Is that what you want us to call you, or is there a name that we can put on you?
My name's Alex. You guys can just call me Alex.
Alex, okay. Alex is here. Alex has beef. I'm told that you have beef with Big T.
I do. I got some beef with Big T. He had a couple hot takes about public schools shouldn't be a thing. As a public school teacher, that hit home. I just don't think he knows enough about private schools and public school system to even say something like that.
Okay. All right. So what do you think he should know about public schools, private schools? Where do you think he's misguided?
When he was saying like, oh, you're just not listening to me, I think we all heard him. I just think that the take was kind of stupid because public schools make a curriculum. Private schools mimic that in their own curriculum. And then if there's no public schools or government fund things to make that curriculum for, the public schools. Private schools can just make up anything that they want to teach their kids. That leads to them teaching any kind of propaganda, any kind of thoughts they want. And I don't see a situation how you think a private school is not gonna take advantage of that situation if they have no regulations on what the curriculum is going to be.
That's a good point.
Where do you teach public school?
Don't dox yourself,
I teach
bro.
in the North Shore.
Okay, so a fairly affluent area. What are your thoughts on the quality of public education in inner cities and like the biggest cities in this country?
I think they could definitely get more funding. Truth be told, I think that the actual education could be better, but I think that comes with the taxes. If you take away that public school, a lot of kids that can't go to school to begin with, can't afford going to private school, aren't going to get any education whatsoever.
But you're in favor of the system that currently disadvantages a lot of minorities, gives very poor education, no funding to schools like that?
I definitely don't agree with that, but then the argument goes the same way, where then you'd say, well, then, do they deserve no education?
Well, no, that's a ridiculous thing to say. That's not how that would work.
Yeah.
Well, that's how you kind of.
Are you generally do you generally find that the government you think spends your money well?
Straw man.
For education purposes?
For anything.
Truthfully, no. I think that they could spend a lot more money and spend the money a lot better for education. But I think that we dish out so much money elsewhere. But then you see some schools don't have like nice good bathrooms, don't have water, have like shitty like lunches and stuff like that.
Well, it sounds like you don't love public schools too much either.
But isn't there a difference in saying that like I don't like the system,
that it shouldn't exist? Yeah,
but it's saying we need to improve.
Well, if you're saying the system needs a radical overhaul, I don't think that's too far from we should find a new system.
I wouldn't call it a radical overhaul. I just think that some things need to change. I wouldn't call it radical whatsoever.
Okay.
So, where do we stand here?
I don't know. He's the one that called into this show.
Big T, do you still stand by your take that public schools should not exist at all?
I think you guys took the verbatim thing that I said and blew it out of proportion.
We just repeated what you said.
Yeah, but surely you understand that in saying that, I meant education should exist in a very different format than it does now.
I think
no.
You were saying it should all be homeschool or private school?
No, you said that.
No,
well, I said
what else would there be?
Okay, yeah, I said that before you said private school. Yeah, private.
Hold on. Clear the air. What the fuck are you talking about?
What do you mean?
What
make your statement.
What does
about
education?
Schools.
What does it look like if there's no public schools?
I don't know. I haven't designed an entirely new.
That's a bad system.
Okay, I think the system we have now is bad. Okay. It sounds like everyone thinks that.
Well, there's definitely room for improvement. Big T, did you go to public school?
Yeah.
You're a fucking product of public school.
Okay.
So it must not be that bad, right?
I don't know.
I went to public school. I feel like most people went to public school, and the world isn't currently burning down everywhere.
I would strongly disagree with that.
You live
bro?
You live in the richest city of the richest country in the history of the world.
By almost every metric, we're doing way better than we have at any point in time in history. By almost every metric.
That's true. I don't know that necessarily. I mean, that's always going to be the case. Except tomorrow it will be better than it. Like technology advances, that creates better ways to do things. That will always be the case.
How is this helping you?
That doesn't mean that like the economy as we sit here now is doing great. That doesn't mean that like
it fluctuates.
There's wars going on all over the world.
There has been wars going on since
we're on the verge of
colonizing.
Yeah, the political climate in this country is as polarized as it's been in a century or more.
And do you think that's because of public school, or do you think that's because of Donald Trump?
Okay, that's a very dumb thing to say.
That is not a dumb thing to say. I think he played a major part in polarizing the country, but I think it's a small piece of the pie, but it's definitely a factor. But I think the bigger factor is the internet, and that everybody has access to whatever information they want. Two, social media has played a huge role in it too. So this is just a byproduct of an overload of information coming in a very fast way. And we don't really know how to mitigate it. And the only remedy is to educate people. about social media, about policies, about politics. And the only way to do that on a grand scale.
Well, public schools don't do those things.
No shit. Because every time you try to teach people about the past, there's Republican legislation saying don't do it.
You said social media, this, that, and the other.
Big T, but then, if you have a private school and they make that curriculum, then they can make up any class they want and teach it to those kids. You have a public school with a general curriculum, they agree on what that curriculum should be.
And there's curriculum all over the country right now that a lot of people in this country don't agree with. So so you can either pick
like what?
All sorts of things.
Like what? If there's all sorts of them, give me one.
You're just wanting me to say critical race theory so that you can
No, I'm not. I'm saying you making claims. I'm saying stand on your claims.
There are books being pushed by administrators that are terrible for children. There's also what?
Name one.
Jack, Not Jackie, that was recommended for kindergartners about a transitioning child.
Are you saying that is in a curriculum?
There was a librarian from a school that was telling kindergartners to read that book.
It's not in a curriculum.
That's not what a curriculum means.
Okay, sure. I guess you can play that semantic game.
It's
It's not semantic.
It is.
No, because curriculum is what they have to teach to the kids. Having a book in the library that a kid sees and reads.
This is what.
Okay, if the argument then is if you can decide where your child goes to school and what curriculum they learn is bad, like that's your choice to make for your child.
I don't know what that means.
He said a private school can make up whatever they want and teach whatever you want. So then you decide if you want your child to go to school there.
But there's certain things that children should be able to learn.
I don't know what they're even teaching.
Like if every school makes up their entire curriculum, that's going to be a major disservice to kids that grow up in that school and then have to enter the real world.
Like what?
If they teach... So, for example, if they teach that the Earth is flat,
okay,
and
do you think that's going to happen?
Listen, yes, there would absolutely be a school that did that.
Okay, and do you think that there are a lot of people who would be like, "I want my child to go to school"?
There certainly would be some people.
Here's a more take that is more probable, right? There are people on your side of the aisle that think that the Civil War was about nothing more than states' rights. It has nothing to do with slavery. That is a real thing that is argued amongst that group of people. It is patently false, demonstrably false, right? And if you have a curriculum of teachers and school boards that believe that, you're teaching misinformation, right? That is what people are trying to remedy. Like that's one instance, right? And so, but there's plenty of those instances, but this is why regulatory things in school is so important and why public education is so important. Aside from that, you still have not given in my view, a substantive remedy for it, right? So what I mean by that is you said public schools shouldn't exist. You haven't really identified what that actually means, but you've given no kind of counterpoint to what should happen. You're just saying it's fucked up and it is what it is. Like,
I will, if you would like, give me an adequate amount of time and I will do a lot of research and see if we can't devise a system that would work to your to what you're saying.
Well, I'm down for that because I don't think we're going to get anywhere further in this conversation. I think that Big T should invent his desired school system. Big T education reform. I want to see that.
What I think's going to happen.
I will give you as much time as you need, and we will have a legitimate conversation about the pros and cons of whatever you choose to replace public schools, and we'll figure out exactly whether or not it can work.
Alex, are you at school right now with kids in the back?
So I'm actually. Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I'm actually working at a summer camp right now for the school that I work for.
Oh, cool. Well, Alex, thank you.
We appreciate your service, my brother.
We love teachers.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys.
Appreciate you calling for the first ever.
We appreciate you guys.
You're the first ever beef.
Glad to be here.
Yeah, you're prime beef.
I got the beef. What can I say?
Yeah. All right.
I think last point on the public school things, I think we're going to realize, Big T, when you find your thing, that the system we have now is the best worst system.
Yeah, I hope that Big T comes out with something. I'm like, damn, Big T's right.
Maybe you guys are just like okay with inner cities having terrible education and
yeah,
people not having the choice of the schools they go to, and
yeah, I think that kids, I think inner city kids should not.
You guys are anti-choice.
Just straw man, straw man after straw man.
I want to get someone with ad hominem problems. I want to see a shit show.
Billy just wants somebody calling and roast him.
He wants an actual beef.
Oh, it's somebody who just hates.
Hey, Alex, we don't want to hold you up, my brother. We appreciate you, man.
All right, so yeah, I wanted to come on to talk to Big T, I guess.
Okay.
You and everybody else, pal.
So, Big T, as a proclaimed conservative, I noticed you.
I've never said that.
What are we doing here, Big T?
Y'all have said that.
Okay.
Anyway, continue.
You backed up pretty quick on your healthcare belief when you had to go to the dentist. I was wondering why that was.
Yeah, because it was bullshit.
Because it happened to him is the answer.
You know that dental insurance is like the cheapest insurance, right? It's like $10 a month.
Yeah, I have it.
All right, you seemed pretty upset about it, so you don't really stick to your beliefs, man.
I mean, not really. It was like a joke on a podcast.
Well,
all right, I'm not I'm just joking around.
Big T's actually like getting mad. Big T, it's the whole point is that like you said that American healthcare is the best in the world by far, and then you get to experience it. And you're like, oh, this sucks.
I mean, yeah, and I texted you guys joking like, hey, man, I had to pay for this. That was stupid.
Yeah, it's like when I got a raise and I'm like, I'm a conservative now. That sort of thing.
Well, anyone who pays taxes should be. But
yeah. Okay, so where do we stand right now, Big T, in terms of your belief in American healthcare?
The healthcare is what it is. My beef was with the 30-second consultation that I was charged for. It was not with the care I received.
Okay, the care was good. The cost was bad.
Again, there's a whole episode on this. It was the cost of the 10-second consultation that I'd already had with another dentist that this guy then did again for 10 seconds. Said, yep, that tooth needs to come out, and that was $100.
Okay, so Big T hates dentists. I agree with you on that one. Dentists, I think, are sickos.
I do hate most dentists that I've ever come across.
Like, imagine being a dentist. Your life is just staring into people's mouths. That's disgusting.
That and podiatrists.
Dentists, if you're a dentist who lives in Cleveland, you're definitely going to be a serial killer.
Yeah.
Dentists, I have no empirical evidence to back this up. I would guess that dentists are serial killers at a higher rate than most other professions. Or at least
they have
murderers.
the highest rate of suicide, actually.
Good.
I used to date a dentist.
It's kind of dark.
Dentists, like crazy. All these big game hunters in Africa, like a lot of them are dentists.
Dentists, yeah, you're right. Cecil the Lion.
Cecil the Lion got killed by the dentist, and then that guy who killed his wife, who he was a big game hunter with, was also a dentist.
Yeah, I think we might be an anti-dentist podcast now.
Like, I guess dentists, they are involved in so much. You know what? It must be I actually have a friend. My dad has a friend who's a dentist, and he recreationally uses the laughing gas.
Oh yeah, I would do that too.
I think maybe that's
you would too, Billy.
I used to date a dentist, and there's a couple times we went in her office and had some fun.
There's like sharp objects in there.
Wasn't fucking by the needles,
I mean,
bro.
Most dentist offices aren't huge.
We were implying that you were using the laughing gas, not having sex in the dentist's office.
Yeah, I mean,
I was definitely
no. He was saying he was having sex in a dentist's office.
I did both, Billy. Did both.
I mean, there's sharp objects in your kitchen, but it's still fun to fuck on a countertop.
Yeah, there was no scalpel by us.
All right, thank you for the call, Taylor. Do you have any other beef with anybody else?
Oh, yeah, just a quick one. I got beef with you and Arian.
All right, let's go.
I feel like you guys don't let Billy say some of his opinions. They're really entertaining. It's like the one about the Yeti the other day. I wanted to hear more of that.
Okay, that's a fair point. With Billy, he's like, I mean this in the nicest way possible. Billy's like a dog. And I keep him on a leash sometimes, but it's for his own good. Like, you can't let your dog, as much as you love him, can't let him go running through the neighborhood because some of the neighbors are going to hate him. He's going to shit on somebody's lawn occasionally. He's going to bite a child, and then they're going to come back to me, and then I'm going to have to deal with the consequences of it. So, yeah, sometimes I keep Billy, I muzzle him from time to time, but I think Billy understands as a dog owner that you have to do that.
Yeah, that's true.
And Billy understands it's out of love, and I like to let Billy's brain run free. But also, if we're doing a show on Mount Everest, I can deal with 15 minutes of Yeti talk, but maybe let's not make it an hour and a half.
Yeah, exactly. Yetis aren't real. That was it.
You guys are supposed to have a show about cryptids, man.
That's a fair point.
Yeah, I'm the only one bringing the cryptid heat. Thanks for the support, Robert.
But the show wasn't about cryptids. It was about Mount Everest.
No, I know.
It says cover-ups, conspiracies, and cryptids.
We may need to rebrand.
No, we're not rebranding.
Well, just so you
you need some more conspiracies.
Yeah, we got to get in some deep ones. Thanks, Robert. Appreciate having you on.
His name's not Robert.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Sorry.
Name's Taylor. Thank you, Taylor.
Definitely Taylor.
I know, but
It's
if
Taylor.
his username's Robert and everyone's been talking to me about this Robert guy.
It's all good.
All right, Taylor.
Appreciate you, brother.
All right, see you,
All
Taylor.
right.
We'll let him go. They're really coming after Big T today. Big T, right off the bat, you're just being hostile. You're a hostile witness.
I mean, don't say let's have people call in and talk shit to people and then be like, oh, you're being hostile.
We still like
also,
them. They still listen to the show.
That was something from 6 months ago.
That's true.
That was
Yeah, but why
clearly
not
first time
a
they're
joke.
living?
It's
But why
dry
not-
aged beef.
But also,
point.
why not take it as okay, here's somebody who has an issue with my worldview. Let me sharpen my blade.
But it
and
wasn't
let's talk about the actual issue.
Well, that's what we
You
did. No.
straight up.
Let me talk.
Well, fuck off, buddy.
Well, because the first time we did that guy didn't have a legit. That wasn't a real thing. It was a joke. That wasn't something that I didn't actually go to the dentist. I was like, you know what? I think I'm a socialist now.
No, he actually did have it, but you didn't focus on that part. Because his real beef was you think American healthcare is the number one in the world, and it's demonstrably not.
I don't think he ever said that.
It was in his original claim.
I think he said has Big T backed off his healthcare claim now that his
Because he said you said America's is the number one in the world.
Soup? Can we do Soup McGee?
Well, in terms
yet?
of care,
Next?
it absolutely is.
Soup McGee.
It is not.
Soup McGee looks pretty angry.
I got you.
Soup McGee. Welcome to
What is
the
up?
beef. Can you hear us okay?
Yeah, I can hear you. I don't know if it's okay, but I can hear you.
Okay, Soup. So do you want us to call you Soup or is there a different name?
Yeah, soup's fine.
All right, so what's your beef?
I mean, this whole movement with you and Arian trying to bring back mids, what the hell is this about? What the hell is good with mids?
I like feeling high. I like feeling high. I don't like having my entire evening taken over by not knowing, not being able to talk with people or act normally or engage in any recreational activity. I like smoking pot and having it be like an enhancer of whatever I'm doing at the time. Not like, oh, what are you doing tonight? I'm going to get really high and then sit on my couch and then just kind of just be high. I like being high and doing other things.
So mine is similar to that, very similar to that, because and also I think it's a generational thing too. So when I was growing up, right, mids was like an upgrade from what our parents were smoking, which was Reggie, right? Reggie was considered like brick weed, and so we used to smoke mids, but there was ciphers. You could sit around and pass around 3 or 4 blunts, and you could still go on about your day. You just be really lit. Nowadays, you can't do that with this weed. You take 3 or 4 hits and you're just zooted. You stuck. You cannot move. And it's just, I would rather be able to go on about my regularly scheduled day than
to function.
Dedicate dedicate my whole day to not really understanding what's on this cartoon, or is there a deeper meaning behind it?
It's also, I think, a little bit of Arian was saying how our parents smoked Reggie. The THC levels, we were told even when we were growing up, people were like, watch out for pot today because pot today is not like the pot that your parents smoked in the 60s and 70s. It was like a constant thing that was hammered into us, being like, it's gotten so much stronger, which it had, and they can measure the THC levels. So it was pretty strong weed compared to what they grew up smoking. But the weed now is like that compared to the weed that we grew up smoking, meaning it's 100 times more potent than our parents, as opposed to just 10 times more potent.
Are you guys willing to admit that weed might be harmful at these new high levels?
Yes.
Yeah, it could be.
Anxiety levels are way up.
It's this is my cure for that. I feel like I've had no anxiety since.
Yeah, I mean, and it's all individually based,
Yeah,
right?
it's true.
Chemical, so the chemical reaction with different bodies, but it usually is it used to mellow you out. It used to mellow me out. But more and more people are experiencing the psychosis part where you have anxiety and paranoia and panic attacks in a way higher rate. That's what the literature I've read, but I think it's because of like PFT said, the higher dosage and the more potency of the THC nowadays. And granted, I could just be a lightweight, but that's just what I see.
There's also there's a tolerance.
I'm not even saying like, yo, ban the shit, right? I'm saying I can't even find mids anymore. Can you? Like, not even like a thing.
I found some, and I've just been holding on to this one thing that I found for a while, and it's just my go-to. But it's not. I'm not saying that if you're able to function and whatever the case may be, you might enjoy high levels of THC. I personally don't, and so I'm just saying it's getting harder to find it, and so there needs to be a strain out there that's easy for me to find on a regular basis, so I don't have to just either resort to smoking like the shittiest of the shitty weed or the strongest.
Yeah, I don't have the strongest take on this. It's more so my unique beef. Basically, though, I said any beef with anything Avery or Big T basically says. Any interjection Avery brings is like, what the hell is it?
Avery, you got beefed, Avery.
What name something, please.
I mean, it's just any kind of interjections like, oh, blah, blah, blah. I mean, there's just so many to go on that can't really, nothing sticks. You know what I mean?
He hates the Rangers.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like.
Soup McGee, you could take my job. You could probably do a better job than me.
I couldn't screenshot my screen right now, but
there you go.
It's too high.
No, but I've never seen someone have a lower batting average.
Oh wow! Lower batting average.
Got it.
Yikes!
I mean, to back Soup, you've had some pretty bad takes.
I'm fine with that.
There was like one.
I'm trying to think of a specific one. It's just like, just pause. Like, what the hell? Like, let's move on.
The Space Wars one was kind of was interesting.
I'll just press
the
record
Space Wars
from now
one was bad.
Oh yeah,
no. We need
the Space Wars. All right, everyone took the Space Wars out of context. I just like Star Wars. I just like Star Wars. I think it's funny. Everyone takes things so seriously. It's insane.
Okay. Well, I can be talked into Space Wars.
Can you?
Yeah, I mean, it sounds cool.
No. If we invent lightsabers, then yes.
Fire lasers at people in outer space. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
It's pretty fucking cool.
I don't know if I want to get beefed at now.
Well, it's fun. I don't care if people talk about like my batting average. I just press record. I upload to YouTube. That's my job.
No, don't worry. I want someone to beef with me because I'll actually get into the beef.
Oh, what do we do?
You know what? Fuck all you. None of you would have this fucking podcast if I didn't put it out. Yeah. I'll hold this shit as long as I want. Fuck all you.
Thank you, Soup McGee.
Yeah.
Thank you, Soup.
Yeah, thanks, you guys. Appreciate it.
All right,
thank you, brother. Take care.
Oh my God.
Do not expect Avery to be getting hammered in the
I like that. I like that.
That's funny.
I run this shit.
Don't mind it. The thing is,
I run this shit.
That's some beef soup right there.
I don't think a lot of people are good at beefing.
All right, do we have one more?
We need someone to come at me because I'll actually beef with them.
Billy, there's that one guy that wants to come at me and you.
Okay, yeah, bring him on.
He's saying y'all don't know how to beef. That's what he's saying.
It's fine.
No, not you guys. Like these guys. Like, well, these mids.
Yeah. People need to understand we can say whatever the fuck we want. It's our podcast.
Oh yeah. By the way,
start a war with Mars. I don't care.
By the way, I'm actually the athletic trainers used to love me, the athletic trainer community, because I used to always refer to them as athletic trainers, which is what they want to be like. There's a whole naming war on that profession, and I always talk about athletic training, but the whole concussion thing has them they hate me now. But they don't. I hope someone would come at me about that.
Because you said they're overdiagnosed.
No, it's
Billy.
not that
There's one person that Billy remembers from high school that he hates, and so that's probably what led him to that.
Yes, it's a girl who was supposed to do my project because we were in the same group.
There we go. There we go.
Supposed to do my project.
Well, yeah, it was one of those things where I didn't want to actually have to do the project, and she was smart. But then she got just bumped her head one day and had a concussion and was like,
Billy had to do work. And then it became a societal problem of overdiagnosing concussions because Billy had to do an assignment.
No, but like every time you get hit in the head doesn't mean you have concussion. That's what, like, people get concussions, and it's definitely, we need to start taking care of them more, but not every goddamn hit to the head's a concussion.
Puffing that shit up, people. I'm entering the Valorant tournament this weekend.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, I'm hyped. Okay. It's on Saturday.
That's
Hell yeah.
Can you hear us?
Is this Big T Love Meat Spin?
You guys hear me?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Who is
up?
this?
What's the beef?
We have Big T Loves Meat Spin. That's his username. Is that?
What do you do for a living, Big T Loves Meat Spin, that you can send this Discord for 2 hours on a Wednesday afternoon?
Well, luckily I work from home.
Hey,
what they all say.
Talk that shit. Talk that shit, baby.
What?
Hey, Arian, I just want to rehash this. I don't know if you remember this, but back on Twitter a few years ago, I reached out to you about that Phil Mickelson diet where you don't eat and you just drink water and coffee for a few days. That shit works, man. That shit really works.
Yeah,
for pain and everything. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, but, yeah, it helps with arthritis and shit too. Yeah.
For sure. No, I appreciate the advice on that. Anyway, I guess, I mean, I have a list of beef. I have a litany of them. I'm trying to think of what's the best one to go with. So Mad Dog, I actually had beef with you.
Hey, what's up?
Go.
If that's okay.
It's okay.
So
now.
when you first went on the pod, came on the pod, you said that Christians were Mormons were like a cult.
Yeah.
And I am not Mormon. I'm agnostic, leaning atheist, and I was raised by two divorced parents, one at a Unitarian church and one at a Catholic church. So I think that's why I ran away from religion. But in my opinion, Catholicism is just an older form of whatever the Mormons are doing. And if you look at the Crusades and everything they did back in the day, the body count is way higher than Mormons.
Okay, so are you saying that it's not a cult? Wait, are you saying that Mormonism isn't a cult, or Catholics are also a cult?
I'm just saying I think maybe every religion is like kind of like a cult of personality.
Well,
like you guys were talking about on your cult pod, which I really liked. And I guess that's my biggest problem. I have an issue with the way Billy says Jack Nicklaus too. I guess I got beef with that.
So can I not defend that?
Yes. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so I get what you're saying about Catholics also being a cult. I grew up Catholic. I don't really partake in a lot of Catholic practices anymore because I kind of saw not the light, but I kind of saw like, I don't really dig with a lot of things these people do. So I backed away from it and, have my own feelings and beliefs and, on spirituality now. So I'm not saying that Catholics aren't a cult. Do I think that Catholicism is as much of a cult vibe as Mormons? No. I also think, and people have DM'd me about this before, I think Mormons, like if I just met a Mormon on the street, I don't think they're a part of the cult. I think the fundamentalist Mormons definitely have some cult tendencies. I also think that Mormons, you have to dedicate a lot more of your life to the church more than the Catholic faith you do. Like Catholics, you can, show up on Christmas and Easter and consider yourself Catholic. Like Mormons, you have to do, what is the deities where you donate your parts of your salary. You have to.
It's more active engagement.
I think there's a lot more of a negative connotation towards the LGBT community. I think there's a lot more
than the Catholic Church.
Yeah, which is saying something.
I think the Catholic Church has a deep history of it.
I mean, I'm not. Whoa, let's not say that the Catholic Church is like so pro-gay. I'm not saying that, but one of the bigger reasons I backed away for a little bit.
It's like saying Dwight Howard is like more of a defensive center than Bill Russell.
Oh yeah, totally.
Like the Catholic Church is they're the goats of
being anti-gay,
of bigotry. Yeah,
I'm 1,000%. I think that
not downplay Dwight Howard's defense though.
Well, he loves snakes too.
Yeah, I just think that the Mormons. I also think that a lot of what they I'm not trying to compare Catholics and Mormons because they do come from a similar. I mean, not similar, but like. Kind of familiar place, but a lot of what Mormons believe has been disproven. Like without a shadow of doubt, like how Joseph Smith and all of that and him finding the Book of Mormon and all of that has been disproven and has been shown as false, and Mormons still, take it as their Bible. And again, I'm not saying that Catholics are perfect. I want to make that crystal clear. I do not think the Catholic Church is perfect, and I think a lot of things.
And I don't think you think that.
No, but a lot of people come at, like, a lot of people DM me about this, and they're like, well, I don't like what you say about the Mormon Church. Look, I'm not saying the Catholics are a perfect religion, but I am saying that, like, fundamentalist Mormons and Mormons that really take their faith to an extreme, I think can have dangerous connotations, especially like in the modern world when there are, gay people and people of different sections of beliefs that, interact with them, and I think they've like kind of freeze up. Like if you've seen, I don't know if you've seen like the Black Menaces on TikTok, but they're at BYU and doing like man on the street type content, and like these people just don't interact with people that don't agree with them a lot of times. Like they don't interact with gay people or people of color or anything like that.
Like a little bit scared of outsiders.
Yeah, it seems to be much more of a bubble than Catholicism has. So that's my beef with Mormons.
So while I agree with you, I can actually tie this to, the People's Champion interview you guys did with Robert a few minutes ago, where he was talking about the schools. Because, so if we just connect this to PFT, and this is what concerns me about Christianity as somebody who was raised with it, is you look into like papal states and different things. That's what PFT wants in our school system, correct?
Big T. Big T wants that, not PFT.
No, Big T. I said Big T, right?
I don't feel
Not
comfortable
PFT.
saying Big T wants that when I don't even know what that is.
Well,
papal states.
Well, yeah. So Big T wants like every
feudalism.
Every part of America to have like different things that they teach their kids. So it's like in Utah,
they teach
every kid would grow up learning about the
Mormon.
Mormon. That would be their education. Would be Mormon centric. In parts of Boston, it would be the Catholic Church runs all the schools. In Texas, it would be like, okay, we're going to teach you how to eat a proper steak.
Rope and ride.
That sort of thing. In Louisiana,
Cajuns.
Here's a beer. Here's a beer. Work it out for yourself.
I mean, I think a lot of that already happens culturally.
Yeah, culturally, but there's
It does, but there's standards.
Yeah, uniformity in the standards of nationwide education. I think it's a good thing.
Like for instance, like we already have in the South right now, in some school districts outside, I live in Charleston, South Carolina, but I grew up in Connecticut, so I have a unique perspective, I think, much like you do, Big T. And what I would say is, like, you look at these smaller areas, like I have friends that went to the Citadel here in Charleston, and they say War of Northern Aggression. Like, the Citadel is supposed to be a good school. What the fuck? That's insane. The War of Northern Aggression. So slavery wasn't something that everybody should have wanted to stop. Obviously, half the country didn't want to stop it, and that's why we went to war over it. Secession, blah, 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 blah. But it's just kind of, I don't know, something that I don't think, a road that we don't want to go down.
Well, the good news is Big T is going to come up with a comprehensive plan for education reform, and he's going to pitch it to us, and we're going to figure out if it works or not. So I'm open to hearing his suggestion. So I'm going to withhold judgment on it until whatever point it is that Big T feels comfortable releasing that.
I will continue to judge it actively.
So you've made up your decision before you've heard any new information?
No, I think that you haven't thought through your worldview enough yet, but I'm skeptical about your libertarian views such, so you would have to present to me that you have a thorough understanding before I think that it would be rational.
Well, but you just said you're not even open to hearing any explanation.
No, I said I'm judging it until then.
Okay.
Big T meat spin. You have any more beef?
Well, I'm trying to think. I mean, I honestly, the craziest thing is I do have beef with the way you pronounce some words, but I actually get enjoyment out of it, so I don't want it to stop.
It's like a kink.
Same.
Yeah, it's like a special kink.
Yeah, you're jerking off
weird.
to it. The clouds. The clouds.
You know what?
No.
It gets lonely out here sometimes.
Thanks, Big T loves meat spin.
All right, thank you.
So,
Oh, yeah.
thanks, man.
All right. You guys have a nice day.
You too.
Take
care, brother.
Do we want to do one more?
Body J, this guy's coming in hot.
Yeah.
Big T really just wants to Billy just wants to get roasted.
Get the fuck out.
Yeah.
All right.
How are we doing there?
Did you add him or do you want me to?
Body. I want someone to come on and just be like, fuck you. Da, da, da. Be like, no,
I
fuck
doubt that's
you.
gonna happen. They listen to the podcast.
They should
They
like
might
us.
have a general like, yeah, I don't really fuck with that that take or whatever. Nobody's gonna be like, hey, yo, fuck you, bro. Like, I can't stand you. Like, nobody really gonna do that, bro.
I think there are a lot of people who do that. Maybe not that would come into here, but that do it on the internet.
Yeah, I just want to.
Nah, they don't really do that.
Which is what
They just want
notoriously
attention,
cool people do.
I would say 99% of them just clowning, trolling.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think
For some reason, I imagine just having more of like an Xbox lobby type.
Oh wow! Breaking news: Amon Shumpert, he got arrested for felony weed possession. Felony weed possession
That's hard.
at Dallas Airport.
Yo, Body J.
He got arrested for having 6.12 ounces.
Yo, Body J, what's your beef?
Another former Cleveland athlete.
Yo, Body J, what's your beef?
Can y'all hear me?
I can hear you, Body J.
Yep.
All right, what's up?
What's your beef?
My beef, bro, is that you don't know how to pronounce Tyler Childers, bro.
Bro.
And I want to challenge you to an MMA fight.
Can you even fight, bro? Can you even fight?
I don't think that you could grapple for 30 seconds, bro.
I can grapple. I'll grapple you. I'll grapple your friend.
I don't think.
When I grapple
don't
you,
think you could grapple.
I can grapple.
I don't think you could, bro.
I'll grapple
D3
the shit out of
wrestler
you.
versus D3 football player.
I
Let's
will.
go.
I will grapple you. How much you weigh, bro?
240. I'll cut a little weight.
Dude, I'll grapple the shit out of you. I'll put you in so many pretzels, you'll be smelling your own asshole.
See, you're not even.
No,
using
next
real
time,
moves, bro. That's how. Like,
dude,
that's what you do.
you're gonna get into a half Nelson, full Nelson, 360 somersault over your asshole.
Nothing. No.
I'm gonna grapple the shit out of you,
Okay,
bro.
so here I'm putting my money on what's his name, Body J.
Yeah,
put my money on Body J because I know a lot of wrestlers, and they kind of talk like Body J talk, which is like calm, and then Billy, the way that Billy's talking is the perfect example of somebody who would get their ass kicked by a wrestler.
I will grapple the shit out of Body J.
Body J, what is your grappling background, brother?
D3 wrestler, so nothing crazy, but like decent.
Yeah, no.
Wrestled in Ohio. Yeah.
How, what's your grappling background, Billy?
Just here and there, grapple.
His cousin Dale.
I'm taking Body J. I'm taking Body J.
Yeah, Body J. If you wrestle for 2 or more years collegiately and everything that goes into that, he would kick your ass.
I know
Absolutely.
that. I'm just trying
He
to
would
make
put
it
you in hell.
I thought we were trying to beef with people, not just like be rational.
So Billy's beef strategy was just like scream at somebody that joined the show that wanted to jack him up. I think Body J wins the verbal grapple as well.
Yeah.
Can I say one more thing before I get off here?
Sure.
No, you can stay on if you got more beef.
I just want to shout out KB No Swag for his scholarship take, for real. I know a lot of people probably disagree with me, but I'm behind that shit for sure. So
What was his
scholarship take?
What was his take?
Who's KB?
He works here.
Oh.
You'd hate him.
Love the show, y'all. Thank you.
Thank you.
Fuck Billy.
Hey, fuck you, Body J. I'll grapple the shit out of you.
Do it. Can we just imagine what KB's scholarship take was?
It was.
Assuming it has something to do with wrestling.
Yeah, it was. Oh shit! He
If you
talked about
beat-
it on the case race. It was. Fuck. Should I go get him?
How about if you beat a wrestler,
you get a
you
scholarship.
get his scholarship from? Is that it?
Whatever it is, I like that.
I'm gonna text KB real quick. Talk amongst yourselves.
I got way too hyped up for that.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, you did.
I thought we were
You got a
doing-
bro off.
Billy, these people do enjoy our content.
I
though.
know. I don't know.
They enjoy it so much that they're willing to talk to us on a Wednesday
KB said
afternoon.
third string players don't deserve a scholarship. They failed in life at their best thing. They don't deserve a full ride.
Yeah.
Is he talking about Billy?
No, third string,
Whoa.
not D3.
Third string wrestlers.
The
string,
quote
period.
is third string players don't deserve a scholarship. They failed in life at their best thing. They don't deserve a full
Well,
ride.
who gets them?
First string.
Shit take. And second, obviously.
But usually,
Okay,
all
so I
first
think
string-
so from some other tweets, I think he's saying like football gets 85 scholarships, wrestling gets 10 or whatever. So if you're like a shitty football player who's on a scholarship,
right?
Is he a capitalist?
I don't know what KB
I
is.
have no idea.
KB's the type where
He's an elf.
yeah. I don't think
Are you about to be pro markets?
I think he's a hobbit.
What pays the
I'm
bills?
not pro markets in this current economy. But if you're gonna say 85 people get a scholarship, but your school also doesn't bring in the ticket sales, the wrestling school doesn't bring in the ticket sales nowhere close to the football team, then what is an actual complaint?
Yeah, I mean, stuff has to be paid for.
Mm-hmm.
Can I ask you something? Because if that's the argument, then like, what about Title IX?
I've already had a hot take about women's basketball in general, but I'm for free college. So, but if we're talking about the system that we're operating in, under what context are you asking Title IX?
Well, like, so there are a lot of schools who have had to get rid of men's programs that are like national championship caliber programs because there has to be an even number of scholarships for men and women. So to add a women's sport, they have to take away a men's sport that may be doing really well.
Yeah. That's a byproduct of our society.
And all of these are non-revenue. Like none of these sports are making money. So it's just swapping one for the other.
Yeah, I don't necessarily agree with every aspect of it. But also that's under the context of the current system. I think school should be free. So
my take on Title IX is that we're better off with Title IX than we were before, but there's a lot of challenges that come with Title IX that are not fair. And that's one of the things that happens. And it's unfortunate where there have been a number of like really, really good rugby schools, for example, that have had to really way cut back. I think Cal had to no longer offer varsity rugby, and they're like a dominant program.
That may have been one. I feel like we watched something on it, and Cal was one of the schools. I think that may have been the program.
Yeah, overall, we're in a better place with Title IX because there's more opportunities for women to compete in college athletics, which is good. I think it's great to have it's a lot of opportunities for women getting to play sports throughout their collegiate careers is a great thing for them, and it's a great thing for their families and an overall positive. But the bad part that goes along with that sometimes is other non-revenue sports have to be taken away from men, and that's not good either. But I think overall we're in a better place than we were before it passed.
I'm a huge fan of Title IX because female athletes won't be going to parties on nights you might have a game the next day because they have games the next day too. So they'll be down to not party and chill.
That's a great take. I love it. That's perfect. What a great summation of the benefits behind Title IX by Billy.
That's the best Title IX pro statement
I
I've
am
ever heard.
so pro female athletics.
It gives girls a reason to stay in and hang out with Billy. Whatever gets us there. Okay, I think that's a good start of What's the Beef. I'm sure that it'll even get better from here. So this is our first time trying it. Thank you.
We're gonna refine it and tame Billy a little bit more.
Yeah, we'll give one person per week a chance to call in and say what you would beat Billy in.
Honestly, I want all the beef. I want to sound like an Xbox lobby. Get in there. I don't want to yelling at each other.
Too many slurs.
Without the slurs.
Some guy just wrote PFT is the guy who messages your girl the day after you break up.
That's messed up.
That's fine.
No, that's not fair. I message her while you're still together, and then she dumps you. So KB said proportionally, football doesn't deserve many more scholarships than other sports. 85 for football, 11 for baseball is kind of ridiculous. Yeah, it's fair. It's fair to say it's ridiculous.
That's not. I don't agree with that. That's what I'm saying. If you're working under this economy, it doesn't make sense. It's dog eat dog, and I thought capitalists like that shit.
Also, maybe choose football instead of other sports.
It's the biggest money generator, so it should have more massaging.
Also, I think NIL is helping with that a lot. Like I know big baseball schools where you only have 11.7 scholarships, but they're now able to tell players like, don't worry about it, you're not on scholarship, but we'll take care of that.
Yeah, that is good. It's a great thing. Okay, well, thank you guys very much for tuning in, for calling in. Love you guys, and we will see you next week. Next week's special announcement, big guest Monday. Billy and I won't be on that show. We're going on Grit Week. We're going to have somebody else from the office fill in our place. You'll have to stay and figure out who that's going to be. But we will see you next week.